RV owners looking forward to a summer road trip are suddenly recalculating their plans. A single fill-up for a standard recreational vehicle is now hitting $400, forcing travelers to stay close to home and skip the long-haul drives. It is a severe financial squeeze for remote businesses relying on that seasonal traffic. In places like Waterton Lakes National Park, business owners are paying thousands of dollars in fuel surcharges just to get basic supplies delivered by truck. This chart tracks gasoline prices. From $1.30 a liter, prices aggressively climbed to $1.83. Plotting Brent crude oil reveals why. In one day, it violently surged 4%, hitting $105 a barrel. The pressure from these soaring energy costs is triggering widespread alarms. Halfway across the world, the government of India is actively urging its citizens to work from home, simply to conserve national fuel supplies. This 3D map pinpoints the exact geographic epicenter of the crisis, the Strait of Hormuz. The month-long ceasefire keeping this narrow 21-mile passage open is currently on massive life support. A single blocked waterway in the Middle East possesses the immediate power to paralyze local supply chains and drain consumer wallets worldwide. The immediate catalyst for this global price shock is the total collapse of peace talks between the United States and Iran, failing to reopen the strait to commercial traffic. President Donald Trump flatly shot down Iran's counterproposal to end the hostilities, dismissing the offer on camera as an unacceptable piece of garbage that he didn't finish reading. According to the U.S. administration, the talks fractured because Iran reneged on a prior agreement to surrender its stockpile of enriched uranium. Iran counters that it is acting reasonably, stating that Iranian officials are simply seeking what they consider to be their legitimate national rights. Specifically, Iran laid out two non-negotiable conditions for a treaty: immense financial reparations from the U.S. and absolute territorial sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz itself. This creates a classic geopolitical deadlock. Both state actors view any compromise on their core demands as an existential threat to their sovereignty, leaving zero room for mutual concessions. With both sides entirely dug in, the diplomatic off-ramp has vanished. Political rhetoric is now rapidly escalating into physical force. On the water, a tense week of volatile skirmishes has completely locked down commercial traffic, leaving massive container ships stranded outside the passage. The sheer economic gravity of this blockade is forcing international superpowers to step in. Great Britain is already preparing to forcefully secure the waterway. France is matching that escalation to protect its own energy interests, deploying an entire aircraft carrier strike group directly to the region. Amid this massive military buildup, the final fragile hope for diplomacy rests on an upcoming back-channel meeting between the U.S. and Chinese President Xi Jinping. The Strait of Hormuz has transformed from the world's most vital commercial shipping lane into an active global powder keg, drawing major military powers into a highly volatile standoff. Even if a miracle peace deal is signed today, the massive physical backlog of stranded international cargo cannot be instantly cleared. Experts project that more than 1 month of total disruption has caused a structural supply chain fracture. This means the resulting energy shortages and high material costs will likely linger for years. That macroeconomic damage trickles directly down to the consumer. Citizens are now adapting to a long-term reality of extreme intentionality with their spending and their travel. Entire regional economies that depend on tourism and transit are bracing for a prolonged period of skyrocketing operational costs alongside significantly reduced foot traffic. In a hyper-connected global economy, a diplomatic deadlock in the Middle East ripples through the supply chain until it reaches the local pump, forcing households and businesses to navigate a new